Hello, and welcome to this training on Platinum Pay Express manual checks. In this training, we will go over how to create a manual check and also how to bring it into the payroll. Manual checks are created when you need to write a check out of your own bank account in your own office. Through this tool, you'll be able to calculate a check and receive the net pay. You can then transfer the net pay to your own personal banking checks and use the check number in the system. To begin, you can click on Manual Check straight from the dashboard. To begin the creation process, first fill in the check date in which you wrote the check to the employee. Next, select the division in which your employee worked in. Then choose the employee from the drop-down list. Fill the check number in here. If you do not have a check number, you can just fill in all nines. When you're finished, click on Add New. When the check first loads, you'll notice that it defaults to regular pay. Fill in the number of hours that you wish to pay the employee, or you can just put in a flat amount. After you're finished filling in hours or a dollar amount, click on Save and Calculate. The check will now calculate and you'll receive a net pay at the bottom here. This net pay is the pay that you will write your check out to the employee. Under Options, you can choose if you want this check to accrue or if you want to write a stub memo to show up in the memo section of this check. If you wish to delete the check, click on Delete Check. Under Settings, you can choose a different frequency. You can also choose which state they worked in if you're doing different state taxes. Click Save when finished. If you need to add a different pay code, simply drop down the list and choose the pay code in which you're paying. Click Save and Calculate when finished. If you need to add a second line, click on Add Earning, then choose the pay. Choose your department, and then fill in the hours or dollar amount in which you're paying at that pay code. Then click on Save and Calculate. If you wish to add deductions to the check, click on Deductions. If you wish to remove any deductions that populated, select the deduction and type in 0. Then click Save and Calculate. If you wish to add a deduction, click on Add Deductions. Then choose the drop-down and fill in the amount. Then click Save and Calculate. If you need to add a memo, follow the same process. Add memos, choose the memo, and fill in the flat amount. You can also view your local taxes if that applies to your company. Once the check is finished, you can then print out the paycheck or you can print out the pay voucher. The paycheck report will be a check that you can actually print out in your office if you have the right check stock. This check will print pre-signed if we have your signature loaded on your company. If you wish just to hand a pay voucher, click on Pay Voucher. This pay voucher report can be printed out and handed with the paycheck that you wrote for the employee. When finished, you can click Continue, or if you want to make a new manual check for another employee, click on New. When clicking Continue, you'll then be brought to the beginning of the payroll start. You'll notice that the check automatically will be brought into the payroll. If you need to edit or remove this check, click on Edit Manual Check. It will then be brought back to the manual check screen. If you wish to remove this check, click on Options, then click Delete Check. If you need to make changes, simply make their changes, then click Save and Calculate. Be sure if you've already wrote the employee the check that you receive that check back, as the net pay will be different. Click Continue to save the check into the system once finished. There are no other steps needed. The check will automatically process in the next payroll to pay the taxes. Thank you for watching this training video on how to create a manual check in Platinum Pay Express. Have a great day.